Okay, so here is the video of Bayaka. I really liked him on the flat. He kind of had this typey movement. You can see how he just sort of pokes his toes out in front of him. He was super easy, really soft on the bridle. He didn't really have a tendency to get over bridled, but you can see sometimes where he like kind of reaches down, and then if you just sort of soften, he like just pokes his nose out and down. He just has this total natural hunter carriage, which was really easy about him. I mean, like you didn't have to work at all to get him to stretch long and low. So that was really nice. Very comfortable trot, easy to push into it. When I first started riding him, he was a little bit lazy on my leg, and then he sort of figured out where it was. The same went for his lead changes. As you can see, when we start jumping, there's some where he misses it, and then towards the end, like he just nails every one. The last video, he just gets every single one perfect. And I think, again, that was just him getting used to where my leg was. But I think he's going to do nicely in the hacks because like that movement, he really stretches forward. He's easy to press forward. I carried a little spur. That was it. I didn't have a stick or anything. He was wearing a big D ring with a slow twist, like a super slow twist. It was nothing gnarly. I think he would go fine in just like a plain D also with like a link in the middle or something. Really soft mouth. Um, so yeah, easy to maneuver around. He didn't have any looks or anything. Downward transition, super soft and easy. I just had to sit down and sort of, think, walk, and he went right down into it. Canter transition's nice. Again, I think he's 6 years old, so he takes like a couple trot steps in there, which you can see. But his canter is largely the same as his trot. I mean, just smooth, easy, pokes his nose down and out. His head came up a little bit when he looked at something, like that pile of jumps in the corner there. He kind of peeked at that, like, oh, what is it? Head came up, and then it just took a little bit of like softening on the inside to get him to drop back down again. And that was about as complicated as he got. So yeah, you can see sort of loping around the ring. He's really simple, really easy. Again, downward transition smooth. I think his transitions as he develops and matures will just get like seamlessly easy. Because you can see again, he picks up a couple trot steps before he go into the canter there. Part of that too might be just him, this is just him getting used to where my leg was, because they all had such long legs and they could like reach under and pick him up, and where my ask comes from a different place. So his left lead, he felt really balanced each way. He didn't have any lameness feeling. He had no funny steps, nothing uneven. He felt pretty balanced on either side, changing directions at the trot and canter. Didn't feel like, oh, he's pushing more off of one side than the other. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill this bird. I have this bird that's sitting in here in the office with me. I don't know how it got in, but I have like a crop and a water bottle ready to throw at it. So let's see if we can shut it up. Got it. Anyways, so there we go, back down to the trot. He moves really cute, nice big open step. He just kind of throws his legs out in front of him and pushes off his hind end, stays soft through the body. So I like that about him a lot. A nice floaty step. His tail, oh my god, his tail is like so thick and perfect. I was like, can I just cut this off and bring this home with me? I'll transplant it onto my horse. So he's pretty nice. I really liked his movement. When he kicks his toes out in front of him at the walk, at least, he kind of has this tendency to reach his foot forward, and like once he's at the forwardmost point of his reach, his foot swings out just a teeny bit, and then it comes back in. It wasn't anything that bothered me. I thought it was, it kind of just added to his movement a little bit. Over fences, totally easy to find a distance on. He's adjustable through there. Like I half halted, you could barely tell. You got a little long spot there, but none of the distances bothered him. I had a super easy time adjusting him and getting him to the right spot. I've included also some video of the guy riding him and he got him down to some really questionable distances. So I just wanted to include that. It's not pretty, but you can at least see that the horse can take a joke, and then he just carries on like, okay, that was, a bad distance, but he just kept moving forward. He didn't have any hesitation to jump afterwards. Again, really soft down to the jumps. Super comfortable over the fences. I mean, total hunter ride. I think as he gets more developed, he'll start to pick his knees up and drop his head a little bit. And again, there you can see the water jump that he jumped, and at one point it was drizzling and it didn't affect him at all. I think we missed a lead change here. Yeah, we're late in the hind end. In the later video of him coursing around, he gets everything perfectly, so I think that was just him trying to figure out why my legs are so short. Nice big open step. He didn't have any problem making it down the lines. Comfortable jump all the way out. I think we get the lead change here. Yeah. So again, his lead changes weren't a problem. It was just a matter of figuring him out. A bit closer there. He doesn't seem to mind at all. That was, I don't know, maybe 3.3, 3.6, and then closer to 3.6. Noise happening in the background. A little longer spot. Didn't phase him. My boyfriend is feeding hay and he's sneezing. You can probably hear that. Yeah, super nice over the little Liverpool there. Easy 2 strides out. Yeah, you just kind of float the reins at him and he pokes his nose out and does his job. Again, lead change totally perfect there. Let's see. A little bit closer there, doesn't seem to phase him. He's just simple, and that's what I really liked about him. For something you could turn around as a hunter, I think people are just really gonna like him. There's nothing complicated about him. He's got the movement, he's got the jump. I think he's gonna be a cool dude. I rode him on 2 days. I rode him Friday afternoon, and then I rode him Saturday morning. So this video is compiled from both days. Yeah, again, lead change, no big deal. Okay, so here's the kid. Took him to a long spot there, and he was just kind of like, oh, whatever, and just kept going. Here's a totally 3-legged jump, but I mean, as you can see, didn't phase him. Close spot, got a rub in the back, but just kept going. And another close spot, and he just kept going. So he can take a joke. This was the last course that I did on him. I think this was Saturday morning. Really nice though. At this point, I had him nailed. I figured out his lead changes, everything. There was no issues at all. And I was really happy with how he sort of just poked around the course, dropped his head, hunted down to the fence. Lead change there. He cut that turn to the right slightly. I would have liked him to go deeper into the corner, but that was the only thing that I have fault with on this course. Lead change here, steps right into it, no problem. Yeah, just easy. Lead change there. Got one more line. So that is pretty much him. Cool dude. I think he's gonna make a nice one.